Hi, I'm Graham. I go to Network Vineyard Church in Woodley, and I've been asked to describe my experience of how God started to give me pictures and words of comfort and encouragement for other people, and how and sometimes even helping with healing people. So my first experience of this was when I did a course at our church called Kingdom First. Wow, that was a course which changed my Christian life for good. It was a course which we did once a week. We did an hour of teaching and then an hour's practical. And God showed up in those practical sessions like I've never seen before. And all of us on the course couldn't wait for the next week, looking forward to see what God was going to do and how he was going to work in the time in those practical sessions. It was just amazing. So during one of these sessions that we were talking about, prophecy, as it says, and hearing from God, and we were encouraged to keep practicing that. I thought that, I need to practice that, because it's like picking out God's voice amongst all the things that are going on in my head. So if I ask the Lord to give me a word or a picture for a particular person in the church meeting, the voices I'm hearing, is it me or is it God? And I can only liken that to when I first got up into Scotland, it's very difficult to understand people who've got a strong accent, because although they speak in English, I can't quite get my head around the tone and the delivery of the words. So it takes a while, and gradually get used to it, and we all do. And then we start to understand. And I felt the same with God. I need to keep practicing and keep trying it out. So what I needed was also feedback, just to check whether or not what I'd heard was from God. So when I approached the person and spoke about it and gave them the word or the picture, did they say, oh yeah, that really strikes true in my life? And it's a safe place to go to people who you know in the church and just say, I think God might have this word for you. Does it resonate with you? And just to encourage you, or not, as the case may be, the first time I did this to somebody in church, and I went up to this guy who I knew, and I said, I think God's got a word for me. Can I share it with you? And he said, yeah, sure. So I shared the word, and I said, does that resonate with you? He said, no. Not at all. I said, oh, great. So that wasn't God then. So back and try again. One thing which I very soon discovered is that when God speaks to me about the picture, or speaks to me in words, it's quite soft. I know reading the Bible about the still small voice of God, and it is. It was for me anyway. It might be different for you, but for me it was a still small voice, and one which, when I was sort of first practicing, I'd ask God for a word for somebody, and they'd say, and I'd hear something, and I'd say, okay, if that's not from you, take it away. And it wouldn't go. It would keep coming back until I shared it. So, that's my experience. How do I feel about being used by God in that way? It's very, very humbling to know that the creator of the universe is using me to reach out to people. and it blesses me, and it blesses other people. And I feel that, as somebody once said in a conference, if I share what I think God is saying to me to somebody, and it's wrong, I get blessed because I'm doing what God wants me to do. And if it's right, I get blessed and the other person gets blessed. So it's kind of a win situation for myself all the way around. I hope that's been useful, and I hope to speak to you again soon. Bye for now.